February 1st, National Freedom Day.
That seems appropriate.
Yeah, we'll go there.
Anorcy's gonna have a field day with that on the radio. National Freedom Day? Are you kidding?
Freedom for who?
Right.
So you guys have had, not the most comfortable few weeks.
No.
How long have you spent in basic hiding?
Well, I mean, you just said that was January 5th, and now we're picking up on February 1st?
Yeah.
So about a month?
Yeah. It's not been comfy.
I bet not.
Has Vinny Alfredo been kind to us?
I mean, as much as he can be.
Is he letting us Anne Frank in his attic?
Basically, yeah. So we ended on the 5th. I say let's pick up on, like, the 10th for our first installment of what's happened in the Orc Underground. Well, first things first, your basic concepts of what's going on that you're hearing, because I'm sure you're not leaving Vinny Alfredo's very often.
Right.
Violent, gang-like behavior is starting to bring up this numerous sort of orc factions that are each taking parts of the underground. Yes.
What are these based on? Geography?
Mostly.
Families? Okay, so it's like hoods. It's like neighborhoods. Okay.
Basically. There's less of a police force present because they're having trouble with all the looting.
Right.
We've got the constant blaring from the loudspeakers of, you know, pro-orc, basically everything else, doctrination that's been going on, as someone we know and love has hijacked the airwaves again.
Does this...
On a grander scale.
Is the hate focused toward all non-orcs? Is it us versus everybody? Or as far as the orcs are concerned? Or is it like humans and also other meta-humans, but like mostly humans? Okay.
And elves.
Oh, I tried.
They don't mind trolls as much, and dwarves simply don't live out here that as much.
Right.
It is mostly anti-human, anti-elf rhetoric.
Mm.
But I mean, there's always that, like, this is our hate group of the week. So, I mean, it changes. So, you guys are in Vinny Alfredo's, hearing rumors of just chaos outside. It's just insane. Riots just have not stopped. They've slowed down a little, but, like, every once in a while, he just whips it back into a fervor. He won't let it die. Like, the moment things start to calm down, it's just like, don't forget what just happened, yo.
Gotcha.
Where are we being kept in Vinny's establishment?
There's like a storage attic. Yeah. I mean, you're also kind of being the unseen help at night.
I'm sure we're
helping
allowed
things get
down
cleaned.
at night, maybe back in the kitchen for bathroom breaks.
Yeah.
We have a bucket. Meanwhile,
There is a bucket.
Um,
You guys have mostly taken to just playing cards in the attic and being quiet.
That's great, because I'm good at poker.
yeah,
are we playing strip poker?
probably
How
not.
often are you Foggy McStevens?
He'd probably be Foggy McStevens every time he went downstairs then. Yeah. Once we actually do, like, when we go around, I'll get a little bit more into it, but yeah, whenever he goes downstairs and he's around everyone else, he's Foggy McStevens.
So, yeah. So I'm curious about how you four crazy folk are dealing with this situation.
My name is Bro. I am playing Apollo. He is an elf. Artemis's twin brother. And he is also really, really handsome. Like, really, really handsome. Like, think of the most handsome person you've ever seen. That him.
But also an elf.
Right.
But also an elf.
Like
so
a-
just
like a
give them
young-
pointy ears.
Like a young, sexy John Stamos. Think,
Like John Stamos, but sexier.
right, like John Stamos.
With pointy ears.
John Stamos with pointy ears, but he also looks a little bit like Zane.
Yeah, no, he's 100% Zane.
That's true. But he's Greek, like John Stamos.
Yeah, he's Greek like John Stamos, but also Zane.
So how has Apollo been doing cooped up here? We'll get to
He
all
does
that.
not like being a birdie in a cage, but he also likes being alive. So, you know, he's adaptable. He adapts. He's probably the main source of entertainment for you guys because he's great at telling stories.
Oh, yeah.
So-
yeah, actually.
And he's probably really working to ingratiate himself with Vinny Alfredo so that Vinny doesn't
Kick you out.
Yeah.
The
Like,
man you're lying to and saying you're gonna help him open up a chain on the surface.
Hey,
Yeah.
first of all, that might
Don't even pretend.
not be a lie. I know a restaurateur on the top.
Don't even pretend.
no. He's
I also play a restaurateur on the top.
like Apollo is he's just really trying to build that bond up. Also with the other people that might be there who could rat them out. Like he's just trying to be like, hey look, I'm an elf, I'm a cool dude, like I'm one of the guys, I roll my sleeves up and I sit backwards on a chair and lean in like this and connect with those kids.
Blue collar.
He's done that quite a few times, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Vinny Alfredo, for what it's worth, does like you. He thinks you're fun. He also has dreams of grandeur where he believes he'll be a great restaurateur someday.
And he feeds into that 100%. Like
I know you do.
he will
'Cause you're the worst.
feed into that and just be like, when I get out of here, you are going to have a 4-star Michelin star restaurant on the top.
I was thinking it was going to be stuff like, so have you thought about like what font you want like Vinny Alfredo's to be in?
Yeah.
We're going over like menus and stuff.
Times New Roman.
I'm using my artistic abilities that I totally have mentioned in past to like mock up like menu covers. And
Actually, weirdly enough, Apollo not really great at like applied arts, graphic arts, however.
Yeah.
Incredible.
like I'm really great at like drawing layouts.
Yeah.
And also drawing the booties.
Oh. And he, of course, does not ever forget to mention that he's risking a lot by keeping you guys here. But he does it in a half-joke tone as he leaves the room every time.
Figure guns.
Alright, let's hop on over to our resident archer.
That's me, Artemis, played by me, Kelsey.
Yeah.
With the character Artemis. She is the twin sister of Apollo, younger by 6 minutes, as he never lets her forget. Very good with the bow. Loves her brother very much. Likes to, sometimes just unwind with a nice hunt.
Yeah.
Loves to go hunting.
Not a lot of that going down right now.
No, it's a lot of shooting very quick, very small mice from across the attic.
Yeah, it's kind of like, you're kind of like all in a big anthill. And you're a bunch of pretty much unwanted caterpillars.
Oh, this is literally not helping me at all. This analogy did not make this any easier. But thank you for that one. What am I doing this week? Probably trying to sneak out as much as possible at night. Ooh, that's not good. But I'm also literally Anne Frank, so like I couldn't have expected much better. 3.
Well, at night, you're getting out pretty okay. You have pretty good vision.
Yeah.
Out there. You're used to doing this sort of thing and, following people who don't want to be followed.
Fair enough.
So, you get out fairly often, but by fake light, you're going to need to come back inside.
Oh, yeah. I'm not trying to sneak out to get anywhere. I'm more using, essentially, during this first week where we are locked in this room,
Isn't it like an opportunity to stretch your legs?
That's kind of what I'm thinking. I'm more nocturnal, like awake at night. I'll probably sleep a lot during the day, curled up in a ball, and be out at night because I just can't be cooped up like that. But she's also not one to like, when she's cooped up, like lose it. She's just gonna be like, all right, I'll just walk around on the roof. Just as long as she gets air. That's basically what I'm doing. At this point, she's not thinking of it as a problem, more of just like, well, I can get out. So
It's
like,
a challenge.
Yeah, exactly. It's more of a fun thing. But during the day, when we're all cooped up together, she does play a lot of the supporting characters in the stories Apollo is telling, because she's heard these stories. It's not that these are her parts. It's a 2-man show. She's, most of the prose stays to him. She plays the background voices and actually does some really funny supporting animal noises.
Foggy McStevens.
Yeah.
Your favorite lawyer.
Yeah, I'm the favorite lawyer.
I'm not a lawyer.
Well, we both were.
I'm a solicitor.
Oh. So I'm Jack, playing Negrescu, who has been described as a swarthy Romanian Jesus. I guess, is there anything else physical about him that I really need to get into.
Well,
the fact that he's
I would
mostly
discuss
a
that.
goop monster.
I would discuss that right now. You don't look like Romanian Jesus. You look like something else.
That's a good point.
Base model is Romanian Jesus, but there are this man takes many forms.
He's a very complicated.
He's like a Mr. Potato Head.
Sure, except if Mr. Potato Head were a shape-shifting person.
Which is pretty much the best description, is that he's a shape-shifting. He shapeshifts.
He's not a
Imagine if Flubber could shapeshift into humans, and then eat them and gain
Flubber.
things from them.
Flubber does shapeshift into humans.
gonna
Do you
say-
not remember the cha-cha scene?
I was gonna say the cha-cha scene.
All right, to be clear, I didn't like Flubber when I was a kid. I thought it was Robin Williams' worst movie, and I'd always rather watch Mrs. Doubtfire.
So while he would normally look like Romanian Jesus, he currently looks like a character that he created based on individuals that he's consumed in the past, who he called Foggy McStevens, who acted as a lawyer.
Trademark.
I want to say he's significantly more Caucasian. He's kind of he's kind of pale.
And corpulent.
Yes, he's a little portly.
But the kind that makes you trust him. You're like,
Yeah.
oh, that's a good man.
Yeah,
He's got nice guy chub.
It's a soft boy.
He's a soft boy.
Yeah, a good soft boy.
Because it's only been 5 days, he's been doing all right in the attic. In that he too has been leaving at night to stretch his legs. While he's actually in the attic, he's not as comfortable as he normally is, and there's definitely been a degradation from day 1 until day 5 about his ability to maintain this Foggy McStevens persona.
Now, when you say persona, do you mean persona or do you mean form? Literally.
Persona.
Okay.
He can maintain the form, but in terms of him playing the part as existing entirely as this other person, he's not. He gets bored with it, and he gets frustrated that he can't switch things up.
But everybody here in the attic knows you as Negrescu.
Yes.
Okay.
It's really just when he interacts with Vinny Alfredo's or the other chefs at all.
Yeah. I like to imagine that in this first week, we are so concerned about being quiet and sneaking out ourselves at different times, and not at different times. We're so concerned about getting out and getting in cleanly, we don't even notice that another person is also sneaking out. We have no idea it's happening at the same time because we're so concerned about not waking everyone else up.
Oh, that's fun. And then he has a little bit of addiction. He eats people, but it's become an addiction in that he gorges himself even though he doesn't have to. He makes the effort to eat every night. He only really needs to consume someone once a month, but he's gotten to the point where he enjoys it, and not that he's tried to stop, but he can't, which is going to make this kind of interesting because he really only consumes metahumans who are very similar to people in like build and frame.
And this is to find a consume-worthy human?
Yeah. If I don't roll anything because he literally can't find anything, that's it then.
So, as far as negative how many do you normally roll?
1 per night.
1 per night.
Yeah.
Okay. You could just drop 3 of those.
Of the 5 nights, he's only found 2 viable targets.
Yeah.
He did eat 1.
Okay.
I did roll a 6, so he did eat somebody at one point.
That poor woman survives the orc chaos just to get eaten by Foggy McStevens.
Yeah, for real. Yeah, actually, you son of a bitch, you're really like a golem in the night kind of boogie monster. Just when you think you're safe from the orcs, you're not safe from the Black Sun.
No, and that probably actually would have given him some relief, because he would have been able to act like, oh, please, thank God you found me. Like, I need help. Like...
Yeah, they don't check this dumpster.
Alright, I'm thick, and I'm playing the tattooed Irishman Taker. He was unconscious for the first 2 days, because he was on an extended run of long haul. He's trying to be a good boy, and stay in the attic, because he thinks this is just going to blow over. But No, do we have roof access? Not really? Okay.
It's like window or bust. And even then, like, you're supposed to keep those curtain going as much as possible.
Okay. Well, he's probably set up the scope from his gun to in a like real hidden spot, so we can kind of keep an eye to make sure a mob isn't moving in on Vinny
Manchangos. Vinny Manchangos.
Vinny
That's
Manchangos, which is the Chinese place across the road.
Yeah.
But he, being a hopeless long haul addict, woke up and took a hit. So he hasn't been sleeping for the last 3 days. And I'm pretty sure you all could assemble and disassemble all of the weapons he is carrying in the dark, blindfolded, because that is what he's doing to keep his mind occupied, is maintaining his weapons over and over and over, and it's probably driving you all insane.
Even more insane than Apollo's stories.
There's variety with Apollo stories.
Right. These are epics.
Yeah.
The only thing that gets annoying is that you just keep droning on and on about the way the waves look for 40 pages. And we're all like, I'm like, Apollo, I thought we agreed to edit this part down. And you're like, it's just so beautiful. How can we skip past it? And I'm like, oh, we've had this argument for a long time. All right, fine. It's like, we don't got time this time. I guess you can do it. All right, bro, go for it.
Okay.
Yeah, I like to think that his stories are like actually like epics. Like,
yeah. I think of
like
you.
a chapter.
I think of us. Well, more you, and then I kind of do like the more memorable like background kind of things.
Yeah.
More, I've heard it so many times. I interject and it becomes a two-person story thing, but I'm not really telling them.
You do the sound effect.
Exactly.
There's a
And like
sword,
some
it's
fun.
You do the Foley.
I
Yeah.
do the funny voices and the Foley you used to do when I was a kid.
Yeah.
Well, when we were kids, but you've been a better storyteller for many years. But I do imagine that you're not actually telling the story. You're literally reciting it like oral history.
Yeah, like it's a song and he is performing.
Mm-hmm.
Don't you have a photographic memory? So you could do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I absolutely do. Like, I probably read this when I was younger and I just committed it and I'm just like, hell yeah.
We'll say it's the 18th of January, so it's been 8 days.
Yeah, alright.
8 more days. Stuck in Act. It's furnished a little bit now. So instead of, it was a storage space.
So do we have like a milk crate now?
We have like a small table and like some extra blankets to sleep on.
Oh wow.
Wow.
Okay,
How many days has it been total?
Total 13.
13. Have you gotten on at all?
No, and I'm getting...
Second question. Have you gotten off at all? 13 days?
Um,
Apollo's still
I
doing
was-
okay?
I was just saying. I was just gonna be saying, like, after like day 9 or 10, he gonna be like sneaking up on you, trying to get some some nookie on the side, like
Some of that good?
yeah, some of that good, but like real low key good, like.
Right.
In a 6x6 room with 2 other people in the room.
I mean,
Can I roll sneak?
yeah, can I roll sneak too?
Actually, sorry, can I roll a sleight of hand?
Yes, and I guess.
Let me roll perform to act like
No.
No.
Not perform.
con.
How would...
Or would this be an etiquette roll?
It's not etiquette.
No, what you're doing
not?
is definitely not etiquette. I think me and Negrescu might need to roll etiquette rolls to
in
not
that
stare.
I'm, you know,
Hey, this is happening at night.
Tell me how you bluff this.
We're both nocturnal.
In like a 6-foot room with 3 other people in it.
I got like a Charlie horse in my leg, Artemis. Can you
Can you just rub that leg?
can you
rub one out for me?
like I've been like I've just been so cramped lately. Like I haven't been able to get out at all. Like can you know how to do it for me, dude.
You feel so gross. I love these characters.
Roll the off your brother on the DL?
Hey! I'm gonna edge that.
Yeah.
Sticker, please.
You're gonna
Edge that. Thank you. If I'm edging my off roll, I deserve a sticker. Thank you.
Oh.
A 7.
So, are you guys gonna roll perceptions?
I'm going to assume that Negrescu is not here when
Not
this
there.
happens.
Not there. This is Neg Rescue is sneaked away.
Yeah.
Whether or not you take note of that, feel free.
I'm gonna go ahead and presume that this happens on one of the 2 days when I'm unconscious.
Good call! Good call, everyone!
Good.
All right, then.
Like,
we
they
don't
might
even
not
need to
notice because
pretend.
I've probably been leaning up against the
I was gonna say, I don't
scope
think we
for my
noticed.
rifle for a while now, and then I just kind of stopped moving at
Is
all.
this the worst thing we've done in this game?
It's up there.
Is this the worst thing I've done in this game?
Okay, well, if
it's
he's
up
gone, if he's gone and he's unconscious, then I'm gonna straight up bang you.
Fair.
Well, I thought the pretense was he's looking out his scope and he falls asleep.
I think that
So
was
you
what it
guys
was.
still had to keep up the
Gotta
cell.
keep up.
Gotta keep up the okay.
Yeah, gotta keep
Yeah.
up with the Joneses.
Yeah.
Gotta keep up with the Alfredos.
Okay, guys, I really need to impress upon the fact that he does love Artemis. Like,
It's
he
just
loves
funny.
her. Like,
No, I imagine because like I think toward the end, let's be frank. Like, toward the end, oh, right. I think towards the end we realize either he's asleep or he's not, and that's where the love comes in.
Yeah.
I mean, he's so cramped, and you're just putting all your effort into
So true.
working out this cramp that he's just like, I love you so much.
So true.
yeah, like Artemis might act like a boy, but he do love his sister, and he gonna like.
So much worse when we say this way. I know. We do this when we made these. Never mind.
Yeah, but like, he's affectionate towards her, and he knows that you don't really get anything out of the sex, so he appreciates it.
It's true. I get something out of the love after.
Yeah,
That's where he puts it in.
and that's where
Apollo,
he
king of the aftercare.
Oh yeah, Apollo is champion at that aftercare. He makes sure that you get that affirmation that you
That
need.
good snug.
That good snug. And he'll give you that good snug.
Continue on.
I don't know if I can.
Are we
don't
just
know
calling
where-
it here?
I don't know where to go from here. God. Let's.
Did we forget to mention that during our character introductions that they bang?
Oh, I think we did.
You did.
Oh, how weird.
Huh? How could we glaze over that?
So, Neg Rescue's conveniently out hunting, I'm sure.
All right, so now that we're between the 10th and the 18th,
You get
It's
roll
gonna be
one
8.
die.
so of all those 8
If you're
days,
supremely lucky, you
There-
can find a person.
there's only one viable target. Well, this pretty much dictates
And
his week.
You're bottom barrel in this now. This is like survivor people that are just like hiding under.
Yeah. Oh. That's it.
Nice.
I got a
Nice.
5.
You, sir, are a piece of.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No, I'm
You're
certain.
like, I would hide here.
Yeah. I mean, it's great that he still managed to get one person out of 8 days. So he's getting a little something to tide himself over,
Right.
but this is not what he's used to at all. He's used to, like, someone every other night. One person in 8 days? He's
So
starting
is
to feel
Apollo.
it.
Is he getting hangry?
A little bit. Especially because we're still at the same location. He's still keeping up the pretense of being Foggy McStevens. He's becoming a lot more aggressive and angry without realizing necessarily why.
To your teammates.
Not as much to them, because around his teammates, he can still change form, but now that it's been a total of 13 days, we said,
Yeah.
he's had to keep up this Foggy McStevens persona. He's getting real tired of it. He likes to change and deceive, and it's too easy, and he finds that frustrating.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
So
no,
Apollo is probably putting out a lot of the fires that you're starting.
yeah, now,
There have been some words.
yeah, whereas it was kind of the other way, where I would say it was a very good partnership, or Foggy McStevens had the better relationship with Vinny Alfredo. It's definitely starting to turn,
Yeah.
where, you
so-
have to
And
quell.
Apollo will just be like, listen, he doesn't do well in stress. He's got kids up there that he hasn't seen in a while. Don't take it personally. He's
Hey, like, I get it, but I'm doing a lot here.
I know, and we appreciate that, but you have to understand that we're also in a tight spot.
This is a safe haven for y'all. I'm putting myself on the line with this.
And I understand that, and just he don't mean none of what he's
You
saying.
got your extra blankets. You getting chicken parm every night.
Yeah. Yeah, that chicken parm every night is...
You want the eggplant instead?
No, I love the chicken parm. The eggplant's my favorite, though. You know that.
And it doesn't help that he really is claustrophobic. So even though he's getting breaks, in his head, he has to go back to that cell.
Right.
God, those walls are just closing in, huh?
For this week, Taker's gonna, for the 7 days, he's gonna keep trying to be good, stay hidden. He really doesn't want to leave and get caught. He's been down in this hellhole for over 2 months now.
He's been down here the longest.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
he's used to this. This is kind of his thing. But the long haul's starting to take a toll, and his hands are shaking, and he's a little twitchy.
Right.
Like, you could tell you guys figure it out after you see him unconscious, that the way to tell if he's asleep or not is just if he's doing this. If he's just shaking. If he's just kind of quivering, he's awake. Otherwise, he's passed out, and he's still in the same lump.
Did either of our twins have anything else they want to do other than...
No, I'm good.
No, that's about it.
No,
Yeah, no,
I'm
pretty
sorry.
happy.
I snuck out and I yeah, those were my 2 things.
That's okay.
That was it.
As far as news from outside.
But what that mouth do, though?
Oh.
Wait till week 3. No.
Oh.
As far as news from outside goes, things have calmed down a bit. The fires are mostly out, so that's good. Record losses of television stores. Good God, are they out of stock? There is less looting. There's still that animosity, that just overall vibe you get from the area of just barely contained anger. But you're hearing less random gunshots, which is good. There are less crashing sounds of maybe underground vehicles. But when you get the chance to look out your happy little window upstairs, you are seeing the streets patrolled not by police, but by men with the armbands and AK-47s. It is more of a controlled state, but not by the authorities you probably would like it to be. Their equipment looks a little bit better too. As far as what they're wearing, it's less t-shirts and more shit they stole from weaponries places. They actually have body armor now, on occasion.
Oh no.
Not as many. They're still mostly t-shirts, but they're trying. There is words eking out of some more benevolent orcs and trolls that are attempting to assist those down here that don't fit the current meta-human relationship to getting outside, to getting back to the surface, or just getting to the surface in general if they live down here. It's more rumor than anything. There have been tales of the underground railroad. We'll just call it the subway.
Okay.
And there's some tales about that. Not necessarily all good things, that those who do it are doomed to failure, you're just asking to get caught. There's those that are saying, well, some of those people just rat you out to the authorities, is what they're calling them. And then there are the success stories of, yeah, no, we got that guy out. So it's all up in the air. No one really knows what's sure and what's not.
Was Emerald Clearwater one of the ones that got out?
He got the shit kicked out of him.
But did he get out?
The last report of Emerald Clearwater is, ooh, no.
So outside of this subway that could possibly get us to the top, is there any speak of any other kind of like resistance that might not be helping fugitives but is opposing this new regime down here, like an orc bait?
People have been talking about how that probably should happen, but no talk of it having happened.
Okay.
Vinny Alfredo's has become very popular. So
Very, very popular with notably other potential sympathizers?
no,
Oh.
quite the opposite. However, I mean,
Oh,